Hey, it's Becky. This video is 6 things I'd do if I started making and selling printables today using what I've learned over the last, whatever, 15 years or something since I started making printables. I began when I was homeschooling, had 5 kids around my knees, and was looking for ways to make a couple hundred extra dollars a month for little things, for stuff for school or just paying off bills or adding to vacation pots or whatever. I didn't need to make the extra money at the time. So I took my time learning all of the things. Let me turn the light on. Learning all of the things that I needed to know. And I didn't have that pressure of needing to make the extra money. But as I've been coaching homeschoolers, especially recently, it's very apparent to me that there are a lot of people that need to make extra money and that this is very appealing to a lot of us, especially if we're homeschoolers, especially if we love to make and create things. And so I was talking to another mom just on the phone just a minute ago. She got my Steal my digital products bundle, and she was like, help me understand, how can I do this, give me actionable steps. So I thought I would come out here and share the 6 things that I am sharing with her, and in hopes that it would give you a clear path that you can follow. Nothing in here, the purpose of this is not to sell you on anything. But there are some things in here that cost some money. Some of it very low entry, like $7. Some of it higher, like $127. But all of it would be things that I would be encouraging my younger self to do. The very first thing that I would have my younger self do is, and all of these links are in the description, I would get the number 1 online business freebie that I have listed. And inside there, it's going to invite you to take a 15-day challenge. The gentleman that does the teaching, his name is Dave with the company Legendary Marketing. The reason that I would tell myself that I need this challenge is that what I gleaned from that challenge myself was the ability to make cohesive pathway for my clients, my customers, my audience to enter in and then find what it is I'm looking, or what it is that I'm offering them that can help them. So it taught me about landing pages and email sequences and cohesiveness of branding, and it was beautiful. And I hummed and hawed over that $7 course, or that $7 challenge, for days. And I was talking to a mom right now, and we're going through this whole thing. And I said, the reason that I actually did it, I spent the $7 was because I reached out to the person that I got the link from. And I told myself, if she's real with me, if she answers my questions, then I'm going to know it's legit, because $7 isn't a lot of money, but I have invested thousands of dollars in training, and I didn't need just another empty thing. So I got so much out of that challenge that that would be the first thing I would tell my younger self. The second thing I would tell my younger self is to get a Brainstorm journal. This can be anything. It can be a beautiful journal. It can be a spiral bound book. It can be anything. But I would sit with that journal until I had a ton of information. The first page of the journal, I would just start randomly writing down anything and everything that comes to mind when I think of what can I offer people online. And I wouldn't edit. I wouldn't worry about spelling. I wouldn't worry about grammar. And I definitely wouldn't think about, can Becky Saylor do that? No, I would just write it all down, fill it up until I had hundreds of ideas, hundreds of ideas. Then I would take a break from it, and it might take me days. It might take me a week to come up with those hundreds of ideas. Then I approach that journal again with colored pens, colored pencils, highlighters. And then I'll look at it and I'll organize them. What kind of categories do these ideas fall into? It's the same way that I approach creative writing with people that I'm teaching creative writing, with my own children as they're organizing projects or things. You get all the ideas out, and then you color code and you start pulling them together. From there, you take your brainstorm journal and you say, okay, I see major categories. And then you take a blank piece of paper and you write one category on top. And you turn the page, and then you write the next category and you turn the page, and you fill up pages, like you head pages, 5, 7 pages with topics or categories. And now you go back to your brainstorm journal again, looking through the lens of that category. How many ideas can you pull from that? And it's okay to go online and to ideas for such and such. Pro tip, this is a great use for Chat GPT. It's like, how many different digital product ideas can I come up with for paint? Whatever. So I'd fill up my brainstorm journal. The next section of the brainstorm journal is after I have ideated the types of things that I can create. Now I need to think about who needs this. Who is my ideal customer? Who is my ideal client? Who is my ideal person that's following me online? And I need to build this person into a character the same way as if I was writing a novel or creating a cast for a movie. Your ideal customer is a single person. They're either man or woman. They're either parent or not parent. They're either married or single. They're either a West Coaster or an East Coast. It doesn't matter. You build them all the way down. How do they wear their hair? How do they hold themselves together? Are they articulate? Are they not articulate? What kind of a home do they live in? You're building this person. Because when you go to create, you go back to your brainstorm journal and you start to create things, you're creating it for them, that one person. And if you can stay true to your ideas being presented to this one person, your growth may be slower at first, but I need you to understand something. Once you create your ideal avatar, that's what that's called, an avatar, there are a million of them behind this one person. But if you try to create for different people, you can see that they're not the same people. They have different things that they're interested in. And if you try to create for both, then you're going to end up not nailing it. And you want to nail it. So I would highly recommend that first you do the 15-day challenge. Second, you fill up your brainstorm journal. That is where you're going to get all of your ideas. It's where the good ideas are going to be buried under the bad ideas, and you need to get them out without qualifying them. I don't know how to make that. I don't know how to do, don't just write it down. But I don't know if anybody will buy it. Just write it down. Now, once your brainstorm journal is full and you have your target audience, you have your target client, now you can go back to your brainstorm journal and say, where do I want to start? And some of the ideas are going to float to the surface, and you're going to go for the easiest ones first. You're going to get your first 5 to 10 products created for your avatar, and then you're going to be ready to dive into the other things. When you're ready to create, you're going to need something like either this Steal My Digital Product designs, where I'm giving you templates for different purposes, and then you can just mold and morph your content to fit that. Or you might need the masterclass course, which walks you through all the parts and pieces of a printable, from the cover page to the descriptions and the keywords and all that stuff. But it's not until you get to that point. You've gone through the 15-day challenge. You've learned about how you nurture your people. You have filled up your brainstorm journal. And this is where you need to kind of roll up your sleeves and fill in the blanks with your technology, your abilities to do things. From there, I would tell myself to create a professional Instagram profile, but I would do it strategically. There's a reason, there's a whole waterfall of reasons why I would go to Instagram today versus Facebook or just starting a website. But I would go to Instagram and I would start scrolling and looking for people that are similar to what I want to do. So I would have my target avatar in place. I would have the idea of the things, the 5 or 7 topics that I'm going to be teaching or sharing or creating or selling. And now I'm going to look for what kind of pages that talk to an audience and share similar types of things. What does it look like? What kinds of pages do I love? What kinds of pages are like chaotic and crazy? And I'm going to come up with a vision for what I want my page to be so that it can be branded. You're going to want to look at what kind of colors catch your eye. Do I like texts? Do I like faces? Do I like video? You're going to just create a vision and you're going to create a professional Instagram profile. Your first wave of content will be content that you don't even have your products made yet, right? But you're going to start to cultivate your audience on Instagram. And there may be a learning curve. You may not have been on social media, and that's okay. But it's personal. You get to know people. It's wonderful. It takes time, so you're going to want to start that right away, but with branded in mind, where you're thinking about your avatar and you're creating content that your avatar would want. So you have filled up a brainstorm journal, you're learning about email, you are learning how to put together your ideas into actual products, you're launching an Instagram page, and you're going to start to post 1 to 2 times a day once you get it built, but it's branded and your colors and the things that you like are beautiful. Now you're going to be ready to connect and start to build and sell things. And I have just recently fallen in love with this Stan.store. It's very easy to set up. Everything has a learning curve, but it's very easy to set up. And it's only, I think it's under $30 a month. Once you're putting products out there, it's a beautiful starting point. Now, if you've gone through these steps the way that I would have, where my finger is, so these are the things that I would do if I were starting today. In the 15-day challenge, I'm going to have been introduced to the idea of affiliate marketing, as well as I want to make stuff for my audience. So by this stage, I may or may not have products that I have ready to sell, but I can also start looking at my avatar and start thinking, is there something out there that I can share an affiliate link with that meets this avatar right where they are? And I would start toying with whether or not I wanted to add that as a spoke later or sooner. The beauty of the Stan.store is that you can do all of that. You can add your own products. You can add links to things. It's beautiful. It's clear and it's wonderful. So I would do the 15-day challenge. I'd fill up my brainstorm journal. I would take the masterclass. It's included as a bonus when you buy the Steal My Digital Products bundle. I added the masterclass as a bonus. So that is, and it's $127 savings for you when you buy this Steal My Digital Products, because the $127 masterclass is a standalone thing. But I think this way it really helps people catapult forward. So that's what I would do. I would understand how to nurture my audience. I would fill up my brainstorm journal with ideas. I would learn the craft of making and selling printables. And I would absolutely steal some of my stuff so that it could help me get there faster. I would set up an Instagram professional page. I would link it to something like a Stan.store. And I personally would create my own products and link to affiliate products as well. It's at this stage that I need you to understand that I have an affiliate program myself. So if you are heading in the direction that you're going to be creating products for either homeschoolers Or for people that want to make money online, I do have an affiliate program. So that's something that you could add if it fits your avatar, only if that is something for you to consider. So again, you don't need to buy any of these things, but these are the things that I would do if I were starting over today.